Well, alright, AMC and GameStop are yet again doing the meme thing, so why not make a video? Let's go for it. It's been a while since I've done one. It's just something I'm not focusing on right now, but this is pretty exciting. It's really exciting to see. I'm not trading AMC or GameStop myself. I chose not to trade after price started dumping past, like, I don't know. It's hard to say anymore. Like, look at the axis here on the right. The prices have all changed. It's so dumb. When I was trading AMC, the high was $75, not $730, whatever. So, like, I mean, when I see the price at $10.28 or $14.85, to me, I think that's more like $1 and $1.40. I took a lot of heat when I forecasted a $7 price target when the price was back at 42. So I guess you could interpret that as 420 going down to 70. And it's just like, so right now I'm in absolutely no FOMO mode, especially since I completed selling my position back at like what's now around $300, I think. At any rate, yeah, this is a big spike up. It really is. And it's a massive amount of volume as well. Surprisingly, the RSI on the weekly time frame here hasn't reached overbought. I'm not saying that it's going to, but it could. Generally, if we're going to follow technical indicators on this, which I think is dumb because this is just a pump, we would want to see it hit overbought before we would expect to find retracement. That said, we can zoom in a little bit. Let's zoom in a lot. Let's go to the hourly time frame. I mean, come on, that's cool. That's really cool. Let's just like, God, that's wow. I'm sorry, that's huge. Okay, let's do this. Let's just like, per se, price gets back up above 1330. All right, then we're gonna just make a measured move, which would be at 1916. Cool, huh? Extending to 25. Is it going to do that? I don't know. It needs to get above there. It needs to close. It's going to be really hard, I think, to maintain this kind of momentum. And that's just because I really do think this is a pump, right? Like, deep fucking value gets on to social media again. And it's like everyone who has any cash in their account left is now buying again, right? Whatever. That's cool. That's insane. Is it a short squeeze? I don't know. It's still relatively low. Now, GameStop, on the other hand, it really is making a massive, massive move. This makes AMC look silly. High here at around $85. You know what? I need to pull up more time frame here. I want to see. Give me 4 years. There we go. 120. That's the right high. You can see GameStop came a lot closer to that all-time high. This is definitely more interesting than what AMC is doing. RSI here is deeply overbought. The MACD, of course, going crazy. And the amount of volume is something to be talked about, too. On a weekly basis, I mean, it's only been 2 days. It still is not looking like it's going to make the same amount here. But, again, this is a little different because of the dilution that AMC has had. So the volume here might be more comparable. Overall, I'm still thinking this is just a big pump. And, I mean, that's nuts. Let's move into the hourly time frame. Do I get the same structure? Not really. This looks a little more toppy than AMC. It could still form some sort of sideways grind and then pop up higher. This is just insane, just wild. Like, hats off to everyone who held through here and then bought more and is now selling because that's how you make money, right? You know, a lot of people are going to hodl. That's cool. You do you. I'm not trading either of these. Not saying anyone should. I'm just here observing because this is kind of what got me into the market was the MOAS thing in 2021. And now I don't bother with these meme stocks anymore. Nope. We got a lower low in the RSI here and a higher high on the price on the hourly time frame. This generally signals that we're going to get a correction. And given the length of this divergence, I would expect it to be kind of lengthy, a longer sideways grind. We'll see how much enthusiasm there remains in the market. After all, that is what we're observing, is enthusiasm. We'll see how deep people's pocketbooks are. A rough open today. It's halted like 3 times as it plummeted, and now we're getting a nice 3-wave motion through here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my extension tool, and we'll go ahead and just try to do another measured move here. See how this looks. That the target would have been 47.33 coming down off of there once we pass through 56, reached that. Bouncing now on that same level, starting to come up. Looks like we're forming a lower high at the moment, but we won't really call it a lower high until we see, well, I guess right now the price is pretty trendless. There's an uptrend through here, a downtrend through here, another uptrend. What's this look like? It looks like we're doing this number. If we are going to put a triangle here, this looks like A, B, and C. This might be an X wave, which would give us another A, B, and C wave down. We're looking for bearish continuation below 47.33. Again, we need to get above these highs before we can start putting bullish price targets down. And the reality is, this looks pretty toppy. That looks like a double top with a breakout past confirmation, which would be this valley, price pushing down from there, and then grinding up before plummeting again. This looks motive. This is what progress looks like. It's just the inverse of what we saw earlier in the day, which was price pushing up. This was motive then. Of course, it's hard to say until we get more follow through. I think that's the real thing here, is that we're going to get... this has to be sustained. This has to sustain itself. I don't know if there's a short squeeze on yet. I wouldn't assume that at all. I would wait. Now, I'm trading Playboy, so this is really what my vlog's about. It's about my trading. I don't trade the meme stocks anymore, so whatever. Earnings was a miss. It was more on, I believe, the effect of licensing contracts being canceled in late 2023. That had an impact on the first quarter of 2024, of course. Price dropped. We saw other things improve in the company, which is good. Also, perhaps we'll see the sale of Honey Burdette this quarter. Hopefully this quarter. At least it was signaled in the earnings that it's time to sell Honey Burdette, which is like the last company that Playboy is holding on to. And really, I was waiting for Lovers to sell before we saw price turn around. And it was in those earnings where they announced the sale of Lovers that we found the bottom. And I'm thinking it really could be with the sale of Burdette that we see takeoff. Price targets by analysts are still around $4 here on Playboy. It's been an interesting morning. Since that sell-off from the earnings dump, we found support at 88 cents. I mean, big up here, big up. And you can see volume is starting to spike here too. So trading is picking up. It's pretty active. You know, watching this thing on the minute time frame is just painful because it's like, you know, basically a penny stock. But this is what I'm trading. I am holding long right now. I do think that we'll get a breakout eventually up towards $2 or $2.55. Just following this longer pattern, you can see that the price has broken through a couple of different downtrends. And now we've formed a nice triangle through here. It's huge. It's so much longer than I had expected it to be. Way longer than I care for. You can see that we got some funny looking candles now on the daily time frame. We've got this high wick candle where the trading range through here is massive, from like 99 cents down to 85. That's a huge trading range with volume spiking up like this. It's very interesting. The MACD is like mixed. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it neutral? It's kind of neutral, and we're kind of on a dip through here. Again, the sell-off from earnings is this candle right here, and it's not as pronounced as one may have feared, which is nice. Weird bounce yesterday with a big wick up top, which isn't great. And then today we saw a dump and a bounce. Cool. I like it. If we can get out of this pattern, yeah, targeting 127, 154, then 186, then 255, but really don't have a breakout either way. Should price break 88, we're looking for 74, and if it breaks 74, then we're probably going to go for double bottom at 43. And yeah, I'll be selling out definitely before we hit 43 again. I'm like in this interesting position where it's like, should I pay off my car loan or should I hold on to my Playboy? I don't know. Anyway, one last check here on AMC and GameStop. Markets are open, so let's just go take a peek. What's going on here? AMC, yeah, it looks like it's having a hard time there at around $10. Now it's looking like it wants to go down. It's about to break the 50-period average and popping over to GameStop, which is looking like the exact same chart. Go figure, same people trading the same thing. That's what I got. I'm not buying into it personally. Of course, a lot of people are. That's fine. You do you. I'm the guy that just sold before it went super low, and I don't have any FOMO until it gets back up to where I sold it at. And I'm just going to keep trading my own thing, because I think social media is not great. Of course, I'm on social media, but I'm vlogging. It's for me. Anyway, happy trading.